Hello and welcome to another episode of the KevCast. I am Kevin. Thank you for joining me today. As you know, I'm in Kyoto. I've been hiking around here the last 2 days, and I'm here to share my second adventure with you out on the other side of town. If you remember from episode number 1, we went out over to the east side of the city, and we are able to get some great views over the top of the mountain and onto Lake Biwa in the next prefecture over. So if you missed that one, be sure to check out episode 1 of Hiei-zan. Today we're on the other side of the city. We're on the west side of the city, and we visit an incredible mountain. It is the tallest in the surrounding area of the city at 924 meters tall. It is Atago-san. It is the tallest mountain around Kyoto, and it can be done in a day. So I'm going to teach you just how to do that. It's not too difficult. So what you're going to need to do first is get on a train. This is a one-day hike kind of thing, so it can be done. I was able to do it in just less than 5 hours, about 4:45 total start time from the station, loop style, and back to the original spot. So it can be done in a day. Here's what you want to do. You're going to get to Kyoto Station and take the train out west on the Sannin line or the Sagano line. They kind of interchange as you head out to the west, but it is a JR line, so keep that in mind when you're looking for which station or which line to get on. At this particular station, the end point where you're going to get off before you start your climb is called Hozukyo. Now, this is out in the middle of the mountain, so you're not going to get the same kind of amenities or conveniences that we had with Hiei-zan. So make sure to pick up anything that you need beforehand, because you will not be able to get it once you get out to that area. The nice thing is it's a very cheap ride. It's about 240 yen, and it takes just 26 minutes to get there one way. Real easy. Do it. Once you're there, it's really beautiful. It's amazing. You will start, the station itself is on a bridge, which is really cool and unexpected. I had no idea when I got off of the train and looked over the edge. It dipped down into a valley. This river actually runs kind of along side with the trails, some of the trails that you'll hike when you get out to Atago-san. So Atago Gadake, Mount Atago. So getting off of the train, you're gonna wanna go down and under the tracks. That's where the exit is. You can use your IC card, or I have my Manaka. I came from Nagoya, so I peeped in and peeped out, and the hike starts right there. There's 2 ways to go. Left, of course, and right is the other choice. I recommend going right. Okay. The reason is it gets steep from the get-go. And so if you're the kind of person that likes to just get it and go and attack the mountain right away, I recommend going right. The other reason is because I like to have a nice, cool, easy, gentle slopes down on the way back, the return journey. So you don't get that if you start left. So start right, loop up, and come down. You'll recognize the red bridge that you saw at the beginning of the hike. You'll see the station on the other side. You'll be good to go. Trains are pretty frequent, so unless you're really worried about it, you can check times beforehand, but they come regularly, every 20 or 30 minutes or so, depending on what part of the day that you're in. So this should not be an issue. Don't worry about that. As I said, getting up the mountain, this is a really cool one. Today I got kind of fogged out and wasn't able to get too much of a view, but it made everything really nice and quiet. Of course, it is December, so I kind of expected it. But this one, you can gently go up and down after that first incline I was talking about before. And it's smooth. It goes up, down a little bit. Nothing too gradual or nothing too steep. The only steep parts are the very beginning and right as you ascend towards the top of the mountain. Now, the top of the mountain is really cool. After about 1,000 meters of ascent, you will come to the shrine, the Atago shrine, and the temple area. So this is really great. As I said before, Atago is very connected with the religious pilgrimages around the Kyoto region, the Kansai region, Kyoto area. And Atago is the biggest and the tallest one of its kind. So if you're into that kind of religious history, this is a nice one to do. Get some background. It's a really beautiful shrine once you get up to the top. There's different rooms to walk around in, places to prayer, and souvenirs or good luck charms to buy. So take advantage of that and support the mountain. Coming back down, the day that I went was a little wet. It rained all night before, so I was a little worrisome about what the conditions were going to be like. It didn't make a big difference, but there were a lot of leaves on the ground since it is late fall and early winter, and so I was a little concerned about the slippage. So please wear some reasonable footwear. You should not be wearing any socks or sandals. Definitely no socks with sandals. And no tennis shoes, those kinds of things. Get a nice pair of hiking boots. This will be your best friend today. Didn't have any big slips. The rocks are not loose. And wear some good footwear. That'll be all I say. As I recommended before, coming down the backside of the mountain is really nice. You'll go through this cool, the city is known, Hozukyo is known for their yuzu, which is a citrus type of Japanese fruit. And they're everywhere, there's trees everywhere as you're coming back down into the valley, and you get to kind of cruise through these small mountain towns and check out the fruit, check out the lifestyle, and it's really interesting. There's really small schools. There's one elementary school. I imagine once you get into junior high school, you have to head back into town a little bit, but it's really beautiful out there. And go this way. Make sure to go right in the beginning, go up, come down on the left side, or what would be the right side now, because you get about 3 or 4 kilometers of just walking by a river, the great sounds on the right side, and it's not steep at this point. It's nice and calm, so you can relax and enjoy the last part of the hike. This will attach, like I said, right to that red bridge that you saw in the beginning, and across the way is the station. So I hope that these little tips were good for you and helpful for you. And